Hey, good morning. Hope you're having an awesome day on this lovely Monday morning here in Chestnut Hill in Brookline, Massachusetts. Today in the morning when we came to services, we were going to services at 7 a.m. at the shul, while tens of thousands of others were going just a half a mile away to the U.S. Golf Open right here in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts at the Brookline Country Club, which is a stone's throw away from the shul. And it's going to be a fun week. There's hundreds of thousands of people throughout the week coming through our little town, and we're trying to service them with whatever we can in the Jewish community. And God willing, we'll be able to. But it's interesting. It's called a U.S. Open. And I'm not sure if you know why it's called a U.S. Open, which was started, I think, in 1896, if I'm correct. But the reason why it's called a U.S. Open is because it's open to both professionals and amateurs. You don't have to be a professional to compete and be able to join the US Open. And it's interesting because the word US Open means a beginning. You open up. It's how you open. But we all know that when it comes to golf, when it comes to all sports, it's not just the way you open, but of course it's the way you finish. Nothing tells you more that it's the way you finish than watching the Celtics. Of course, we wouldn't watch them on Shabbos, but watching the highlights after Shabbos and seeing the Celtics lead the entire game and lose it in the last 5 minutes. And in fact, it's not just how you open and how you finish, but it's how you are consistently. We all know the Celtics have had terrible third quarters throughout the playoffs, although you play good in all other quarters. If you mess up badly in one quarter, it impacts the rest. So really, it's about professional sports. Tells you if it's golf, if it's basketball, if it's baseball. It's about consistency. It's interesting because in this week's Torah portion, we begin reading about Aaron kindling the menorah. It speaks about Aaron kindling the menorah every morning in the temple. Now, Rashi right away asks, in Judaism we always wonder why there's a juxtaposition. At the end of last week's Torah portion, we read about the leaders of all the other tribes bringing gifts at the inauguration of the temple. And then we begin immediately with Aaron kindling the menorah. Asks Rashi right away, what's the connection? And Rashi says something interesting. That Aaron was very dejected. He was sad because all the tribes had the honor of bringing a gift towards the inauguration of the temple, but Aaron's tribe, the high priest, didn't have it. So God tells him, don't worry. You didn't have the merit of bringing the gifts for the for the inauguration of the temple, but your gift will be greater. You'll be kindling the menorah every single day in the temple. And that's why, immediately after he speaks about the gifts of all the leaders of the tribes for the temple, he lets us know that Aaron kindled the menorah. But the question the commentaries ask is, why is Aaron's thing greater? Who says it's greater to kindle the menorah every day than it is to bring gifts for the inauguration of the temple? Maybe what the leaders did was greater than Aaron? And the answer is a very important one in Judaism. You see, the leaders of the tribes, they brought gifts for the inauguration of the temple. But that was a one-time thing. It was the beginning. It was the U.S. Open. It was the first quarter. It was the first inning. Aaron consistently, every single day, kindled the menorah in the temple. And what God was insinuating to Aaron and to all of us through that, through this message, is that in Judaism, it's not just about great beginnings, or it's not just about buzzer beaters. In Judaism, it's about every day, consistency throughout your life. And that's why we have all these great blessings. You get up in the morning, you say the Modani, you thank God. You say the Birchot HaShachar, the blessings in the morning. You ask, you thank God for letting you stand straight, for opening your eyes, for letting you speak, for letting you go to the restroom. You wrap your tefillin every day. You light Shabbos candles on Friday. You give charity daily. God tells us the message to Aaron. My friends, the gift of Judaism is not something that's with openings and endings. It's about every single day. And they say this remarkable, fascinating story about this kid who ran away from home. He was upset. He was a teenager. He ran away from his parents, and his mother was devastated. And then after 6 months, one day the kid shows back home without telling his parents he's coming home. They checked for him, they searched for him all over, and he shows up one day And as he opens up the door to his house, he smells the aroma of the most delicious cinnamon buns that his mother used to make, babka, for him. Oh my gosh, it was his favorite thing he loved. And he looks at his mom after she hugs him and she's crying and she embraces him. And they reconcile and he says, "Ma, how did you know I was coming home today? You made my favorite thing." And his mother...
Rabbi, keep it down, please.
And his mother... Hey! Say hi, you're on Facebook Live!
Hey, Facebook Live!
This is the best fire people in the world!
Electrical inspector.
The electrical inspector to make sure we get no fires in town of Brookline. I'm in the middle of saying it's Dvar Torah on Facebook.
Good to see you.
I go back. It's good to see you. In any case, he says, "Ma, how did you know that I was coming home today?" And his mother looks at him and says, "You're kidding me? Every day since the day you left this house, I made your favorite cinnamon buns and babka because I was hoping that today would be the day you come home." My friends, every day we have to be honest and good and caring and spiritual and connected to God. Every day we have to say Modani. Because Judaism isn't just about the US Open or the 7th game of the World Series. Have a great day.